Okay, I'm cracking up laughing. I blasted myself. Part two, part two, part two. I blasted myself with the water when I was trying to rinse off my shoes. But however, anyway, I'm getting ready to close anyway. So I guess the takeaway is when I started just solely investing in myself, looking at everything from the prism of internal versus external. I just started seeing the flaws in trying to hold people accountable for stuff that I couldn't even hold myself accountable for. I may not have done exactly what they've done. At the same time, I've done something. I've hurt someone. I've made a poor decision. I've blamed someone. I've done all of the things. And it's like from there, if I want something different, then I need to understand what happened, what was happening when I was doing those kind of things. And so for me, to hold another person more accountable for something that I'm not even holding myself accountable to, and I'm sensitive to the whole hypocrisy thing. And the big part of that is like, which I just don't pay attention to. Before it's like, okay, XYZ just hypocrite. Everybody is a hypocrite if you really think of it, because you always think that you're going to do something different than you've done. When you're explaining your side of the story, it always seems like, you're on this side. However, we go talk to the other people involved, and it wasn't like that at all. It's just what you thought. And so if we're all going off of what we thought, ooh, that's a pretty purple Jeep. If we're all going off of what we thought, then that's all that person is. So if I'm looking at myself, I'm saying, oh, I'm just going off of what I thought. And then someone says, yeah, but what you thought caused this level of damage to me. And if you're like, yeah, I did that damage because that's what I wanted to do, and I knew it was going to happen, and that's what you're basically placing on another person, knowing full well that's not what happened. Can stuff happen like that? Yeah, we all act funky. We all have different ways about us, and that's where, knowing yourself, you have to decide. If you run upon a person who's abusive, manipulative, narcissistic, all these different code words that people drop, it's like, why is your energy always bringing you around those people? So not when you were able to not do anything about it. I'm talking about where you were full in yourself, grown, able to make choices and decisions, you still chose that. And if you're like, oh, well, people manipulated, deceived, did this and that, it's like, okay, those are just things that happen in life. Now, how are you going to handle it? And if you're flipping yourself over, if you're turning things into all these different kind of things, and it's just like, you just got to look at yourself and be like, man, I need to do some more work, some more soul searching, so that when people are just having normal lives, doing normal things and stuff, that you're not being like so hurt and tore up and all of those other things. You're able to process it and be like, you know what, that's just stuff that happens in life. That's just stuff that people do and say and this and that. It's like you gotta not take your own, which I hate when people say this, because that is what's happening. It's like when you're deciding to take something personal, because it's like it is personal and it happened to you. What the hell? It's personal. It's like being like, okay, this is personal. I'm not available to like just go off the rails in my own life, because these things happen, or because I trusted someone that now I shouldn't have trusted, or I have more info. Oops, sorry guys. I have more information, and it's like, it's nothing. It's like, I have nothing against you or anyone else. I just have more information about myself in these type of situations, and I'm just deciding to go a different way, you know? Go a different way. Oh, these are shells. Okay, I see. Go a different way and not do things the way that I was going to do them before. And I just really don't feel like you have to be involved in that where you got to change something about yourself or something needs to be different with us. It's just not a match. You're not my tribe. No, let's say it differently. I'm not your tribe. You know how that was, you know, back in the day when they're like, when you're breaking up, it's like, oh, it's not you, it's me. You do the same way. It's not you. It's not you, it's me. It's all me, you know. And I'm like not waste your time, not waste your life, you know, not waste any of that. It's like you're being shown where what you want, what you need for yourself isn't lining up with that person, place, thing, job, where you live, who you're with, whatever. And then with the person that you are, loving, caring, all that, not enabling, not blaming, not shaming, not hurting, you know. Yeah, people are going to get hurt. Things are going to hurt as long as it's not intentional on your part. And then if you find that it is intentional, you know, once you find out about yourself, then stop doing intentional shit. Unless that's the kind of person that you are, then do intentional shit. However, it's like, it's your life that you're wasting. Just get my shoes on. It's your life that you're wasting that way. And that's something nobody can, got my keys. That's something that nobody can help you with. Because at the end of the day, if you're looking at life that way, and then basically you did wind up with you did wind up with the right person, because both of you all have stuff that you need to work on. So Tom Reed's Tiki Bar. Let me look here first before I go across the street. That's where you can't go to the Tiki Bar. Okay. That's where you wind up, because now you understand the energy. Now you understand, because you can only, I don't know, it's like hard to explain it, because the words that I'm using are like words that I've used and learned from the rooms that I've been in. However, if you can explain it a different way, then yes, explain it. Oh, one more thing. Explain it a different way. I'm just going to explain it the way that I can right now. And then in later discussion, then it's like I can flesh it out with you to be able to say it how I mean it, you know? Because it's like, if you know that I don't know exactly how, spraying myself down. If you want some of my juice, it's up to some good stuff. I use it for everything. For me, spray my yoga mat, all of that kind of stuff, clean, everything. So it's great. But anyway, just DM me if you want the information on how to make it. But so anyway, if a person is like, if you find out what's going on in your life, and you find out, you know, that person and different things like that, then it's like, hey, now I want to be funky acting to them back. And I've done that before. At the same time, if you're just like, you know what, I've done stuff myself, and I just choose not to be all caught up and bent out of shape just because, that happened. I just don't want to. Let's see. Hang on, guys, for a minute. So, I just don't want to be like that. So I'm just not gonna. Oh, this is so cool. I'm just not gonna be like that. That's all. Hang on, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna go where I said I was gonna go. So yeah, so then it's just like, I just, as I went in deeper into being like, I acted funky in this situation. It's like, I just not interested. That's not where I want to be funky, and so then it's just letting it go and being like, oh, okay. I think this is gonna crash out, so let me take the stairs. So then it's like I just choose not to be funky acting like that. I'm not gonna do it, and whatever that person did, whether it was on purpose or not, and that's what it was. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna have lunch. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, homies.